This video helped me out, okay? So good job on that video, Bobby. Too lazy, too much of a lazy, chubby stoner. Can I just say Bobby is looking exceptionally rough? He moves and sounds like an alien trying to convince you it's human. Dude, he could be a Men in Black character. So I'm the one Twitterversus viewer who watches for Bowblax's opinions. Oh, brother. He's trying to put some expression into his reading. Oh, no. I have to cut this person's mind open. I have to see inside their head. I have to see a brain scan now. I have to understand. All right, guys. Bowblax is
Mr.
back.
B.
Okay, Bowblax is here.
This guy.
He's back with a new Twitterversus. The first one in like a month. Okay, first one in like a month. Now he has uploaded in that time. He has obviously done a couple streams here and there, which we've watched. But he has uploaded in the last month. I don't know if many people saw this. He was trying to break into a different market. We go to Bowblax. We'll actually see. Not only was he doing reactions to Shadow Generation's Dark Beginning, and a couple of videos in lead up to Shadow, he actually had minor success, 8.3k views, with how to go up with Doom Morph in Sonic X Shadow Generations. Now I'll admit, I'll say it. This video helped me out, okay? I didn't know how to go up with the Doom Morph until I saw the Bowblax video on it, okay? You know, I'll admit it. I'll say it, okay? So good job on that video, Bobby. Not sure it was the best monetary decision or like channel decision because it's not like performed great and it's 1 minute 21, which means like no ads basically. But I mean, really helped me out. Really helped me out. But now he's back to Twitterversus. I guess we'll be finding out if it's too late for Bobby to take back his throne as top tweet reader. As the premier tweet reader on YouTube. After Connor has tried to move into his slot. So he's actually got this episode out before Connor has got his InternetVS on this topic out. This is on the findings of the report done by a independent legal firm or some shit into Mr. Beast Corp. So I haven't actually covered this yet. I haven't spoken about this. So we'll do it through Bowblax. We'll do it through Bobby here. And we can do both at the same time. My suspicion going into this is that this will not be like a standard Twitterversus video. Not just because of the face cam. But what I think he's doing, okay, why he's got his face cam on, why he's doing it this way, is because he has become too lazy, too much of a lazy, chubby stoner to edit together a researched video in a small time frame. So instead, he's going to live record himself scrolling Twitter so that he can get the video out in a more timely fashion with minimal work. I'm not sure how that'll play because I think the people that watch these kind of videos, they're looking for like a summary. They would be probably happy with an AI voice doing it, frankly. They just want the tweets presented to them. So it doesn't really work. But additionally, he does want his personality in these videos. So, I mean, it probably hits two birds with one stone for him. I just don't know how it's going to play out. We'll see, I guess. We'll see.
Guy has been through it the last couple months ever since his friend Chris Tyson got outed.
He's added some music. He took some effort to put some music on, okay? Can I just say Bobby is looking exceptionally rough? Can I just say this is a bad 27. A horrible 27.
Mr. Beast, this guy has been through it the last couple months ever since his friend Chris Tyson got outed for being a... He addressed this on his Twitter in July by saying, "Over the last few days, I've become aware of the serious allegations of Ava Tyson's behavior online. I am disgusted and opposed to such unacceptable acts. During that time, I have been focused on hiring an independent third party to conduct a thorough investigation to ensure I have all the facts. That said, I've seen enough online and taken immediate action to remove Ava from the company, my channel, and any association with Mr. Beast. I do not condone or support any..."
Dude, it's like constant jump cuts. That's crazy. You don't notice it as much when he's not on camera. But you can tell that he's cutting like every 2 seconds.
...of the inappropriate actions. I will allow the independent investigators the necessary time to conduct a comprehensive investigation and will take any further action based on their findings. And today he responded to that tweet from July by saying, "A 3-month investigation into allegations regarding my company has concluded. The law firm/investigators reviewed millions of documents/messages and conducted 39 interviews. I was asked to refrain from making public statements to enable a detailed and unbiased investigation. Below are their conclusions." And then on community notes, it hasn't been officially posted publicly because this tweet is so new, but the most popular community note suggestion that's probably going to go public is this one that says, "Clarification for context seems necessary. This document is the result of an investigation requested by Mr. Beast and conducted by Quinn Emanuel, a private white shoe law firm which was paid by Mr. Beast. It was not conducted."
I mean, okay, yeah. This is a terrible community note, obviously. Obviously. Like, yeah, no shit. That's, like, evident in the letter. Why is it even a community note? Like, what the fuck do you think the police or the government are going to be investigating Mr. Beast for right now? I'm sorry, they don't give a fuck about Shadman pictures. I know everyone likes to, you know, say how fucking terrible it is, but it's not, like, bad enough to where the police are going to get involved. I hate to tell you. Hate to tip you guys off to this.
Is this one that says, "Clarification for context seems necessary. This document is the result of an investigation requested by Mr. Beast and conducted by Quinn Emanuel, a private white shoe law firm which was paid by Mr. Beast. It was not conducted by any government agency." So basically the same as the OTK investigation that you may remember from 2 years ago. Which is why I think it's funny that the owner of OTK, Asmongold, is criticizing Mr. Beast for this, considering he did the exact same thing. But that's neither here or there. YouTubers are hypocrites all the time. That's nothing new. What is new is this email that was shared to the board of directors at Mr. Beast that details the results of the internal investigation. They say, "Dear board of directors, as you know, in July 2024, Mr. Beast LLC, the company..."
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. I don't have much to say about that because I kind of agree. Like, yeah, obviously OTK did do that exact same thing. But yeah, I do get the feeling that this might be motivated by his little crush. His little vendetta on Mizkif, his little crush on Adriana Lee.
Considering he did the exact same thing, but that's neither here or there. YouTubers are hypocrites all the time. That's nothing new. What is new is this email that was...
He moves and sounds like an alien trying to convince you it's human. Dude, he could be a Men in Black character, 100%. You know the guy from Men in Black who he's all fucked up when he's walking around? Who am I thinking of in Men in Black? Which alien am I thinking of? I'm thinking of the first scene from Men in Black 1 where the farmer guy gets fucking his body stolen.
Shared to the board of directors at Mr. Beast that details the results of the internal investigation. They say, "Dear board of directors, as you know, in July 2024, Mr. Beast LLC, the company, engaged Quinn Emanuel Urquhart, I don't know how to say that, and Sullivan LLP to conduct an internal investigation into specific allegations."
Wait, come on. I understand not being able to pronounce Urquhart, but Sullivan? Okay, man.
Publicly, incidents reported internally, and issues raised by employees in interviews, including with respect to current and/or former company personnel, and the company's workplace environment and culture. At your direction, Quinn Emanuel immediately launched a comprehensive investigation, which has now concluded. The following sets forth certain key findings and conclusions from the investigation without...
Hey, listen, old man. It's fucking 3:30 in the morning. Weren't you crying about going to bed too late last night? I can't do a 6-hour stream. I went to bed too late. Fuck off, okay?
Waiving any applicable privileges, including but not limited to the attorney-client privilege and work product protection. As an initial matter to protect the investigation's integrity, on July 31st, 2024, Quinn Emanuel requested that a former employee, Dawson French, cease making public allegations against the company, as those were the topic of an ongoing investigation. We also requested that certain employees refrain from public comments to ensure the investigation yielded accurate information, and that witnesses were not tainted. The intent was to foster candid interviews and complete cooperation with the investigatory process. Quinn Emanuel conducted 39 interviews of current and former employees. Over 4.5 million documents collected from mobile phones, emails, telegrams, discords, WhatsApps, and Slack were processed and reviewed. The collaboration and cooperation sought out from the outset were...
So, I mean, stuff in this, it did seem like, I only briefly looked at it, but it did seem like stuff in this statement was just, like, obviously untrue, right? Let me see if I can pull it up myself. Allegations of sexual misconduct, e.g. pedophilia, grooming, child pornography, etc. between company employees and minors are without basis. The allegations are were soundly rejected, including by alleged victims. Like, so, I feel like that you definitely can make a pretty solid argument that there are provable cases of sexual misconduct involving minors, just based on the Discord alone. Several isolated instances of workplace harassment and misconduct were identified. Okay. I mean, I'll just keep watching, Bobby.
Were achieved through this process. Quinn Emanuel thoroughly investigated all public allegations and any other that arose during the investigation. The investigation produced the following significant findings. Allegations of sexual misconduct.
Wait, yeah. Allegations of the company knowingly employing individuals with proclivities or histories towards illegal or questionable legal conduct are similarly without basis. Here too, the allegations were uniformly rejected. Mr. Beast knew that Ava Chris Tyson was a lolicon. I would definitely say that's, but being into like lolicon and posting it in like posting it publicly and talking about it in a server with kids, I'd say that you can characterize that as questionable legal conduct. Not illegal, but questionable legal conduct. Absolutely, that is. And it involves sexual proclivities. Like, I just don't like that it is just like a total sweep job, obviously, this statement. Well, no, obviously they're going to sweep. Yeah, I get that. But it's an obscene sweep. I just don't want people to pretend just because they hate Dogpack that Mr. Beast isn't, like, basically totally lying through his teeth with this. Dude, there's nothing I want more than Bobby to weigh into politics. Please talk about Israel-Palestine, please.
Example, pedophilia, grooming, child pornography, etc., between company employees and minors are without basis. The allegations were soundly rejected, including by alleged victims. Allegations of the company knowingly employing individuals with proclivities or histories towards illegal or questionable legal conduct are similarly without basis. Here too, the allegations were uniformly rejected. Several isolated incidents of workplace harassment and misconduct were identified during the investigation. The company was informed of such conduct and took swift and appropriate actions to address the incidents, including, where necessary, disciplining or letting go of implicated individuals. As you are well aware, the company has grown exceedingly quickly from a YouTube startup comprised of a group of talented young individuals to a much larger entity. It is not uncommon that policies and practices essential in a mature company would lag behind commercial success. This appears to have been the case here, and has, in certain instances, allowed for inappropriate conduct. It is clear the company is committed to remedying historical issues and creating a mature culture where problematic behaviors are not tolerated as it enters this new phase. The company has already implemented or is in the process of implementing changes to ensure a safe and professional corporate culture today and moving forward. These include sending a clear message regarding tone at the top, hiring a new chief executive officer, chief people officer, and general counsel, and soon to be hired chief financial officer, implementing mandatory corporate training for all employees, developing new policies codified in an employee handbook, establishing an anonymous reporting mechanism / hotline for employees, swiftly terminating individuals who violate company policy regardless of their position or level within the company, identifying additional employees for targeted training, and executive coaching to address professionalism and compliance with company policy. This officially—
I want to hear a Bowblax opinion. I'm here for his opinions. I'm the one Twitterversus viewer who watches for Bowblax's opinions.
concludes our investigation. We remain available if you need any follow-ups. Very truly yours, Alex Saprio. And for those of you who don't know, Alex is an American attorney that helped work on this case under Quinn Emanuel. So obviously Twitter had a lot to say about this. Greg says, dibs on being the new CEO. Connor says, so you were saying Jake the Viking lied when he claimed Delaware sat down with Jimmy and his mom and told him everything before hiring him? Showing a tweet that Jake the Viking made a couple months ago talking about the ex-Mr. Beast employee, Delaware. The tweet says, here's the truth. Yes, Delaware is my brother-in-law. Yes, he is a registered sex offender. When I was 21, a 16-year-old girl accused him and others of SA. when she was 11. Delaware took a plea deal. That's why there was no jail time, but he still had to register. His nickname isn't Delaware because he can't go back to Delaware. He's from Delaware. That was the dumbest thing I've ever heard. He's been back several times. He was hired before I was, and was actually the reason I got hired at MrBeast. And then we have the part that Connor highlighted, where Jake says, before being hired, Delaware sat down with Jimmy and Sue, Jimmy's mom, and explained to them everything. So yes, Jimmy knew. But again, this incident happened in 2010. Delaware was hired in either 2017 or 2018. Delaware was also let go from the company before I was. And for reference, Jake the Viking came out and talked about why he left MrBeast about 4 years ago. So Delaware has not been at the company.
Can you zoom in on Bobby's face?
Since at least 2020, according to Jake. Zachary says, can't wait for hundreds of YouTube videos about this. Mick Juggernugget says, 4.5 million documents were processed and reviewed. I don't even know how that's humanly possible. Midas says, MrBeast, can you send me $20,000? I need this. Based Electrician says, we've investigated ourselves and found ourselves innocent. Now you sound like the US government. iFunny says, is there gonna be a Misto Beef lunchly? Oliver Noblezek says, no way. The guys you paid found you innocent? Jeffrey Perkins says, not reading that at all. Kingball says, nah man, you—
But he can't even read the tweets. It doesn't say not reading that at all. It says not reading all that. Crying face, peace.
Guilty on some weird shit. The Rabbit Hole shows a MrBeast tweet from last year that says, yeah, this is getting absurd. Chris isn't my nightmare. He's my fucking friend, and things are fine. All this transphobia is starting to piss me off. And then Rabbit Hole says, this didn't age well. Joey Riz says, so your internal investigation is saying nothing happened. Are you using the same internal investigation team as the police? Lol. Fallen Chungus says, Mr. Best, can you include a Fallen Chungus figurine in the next Lunchly launch? Fallen Chungus also quote tweets it and says, we investigated ourselves.
Didn't this person lose their account? Didn't this person get hacked today?
And we found nothing wrong. Showing a picture of the Joker smiling. Willie Macshow responds to MrBeast by saying, we can interpret what you are admitting and are denying when it comes to Dogpack's allegations. Dogpack being a new YouTuber who started his career with these huge MrBeast videos that helped kickstart this investigation in the first place. Willie Macshow continues in this tweet by saying, but in my opinion, you need to come right out and make it clear. Willie Mac also quote tweets MrBeast and says, in short, an internal investigation at MrBeast found allegations grooming and CP to be false. They also deny that they knew Delaware was a registered predator. However, they do admit to isolated incidents of harassment and misconduct. Who the hell knows what this means? The company is strengthening its corporate culture with new leadership hires, mandatory training, an employee handbook, and an anonymous reporting hotline to keep a professional environment. And then he points out the same thing Connor did by showing—
look, this guy's got a big YouTube channel. If you're gonna do the fucking background remover, please at least get a fucking green screen so it doesn't look like shit. Stop doing this gay like NVIDIA broadcast or whatever you're doing this with.
Jake's tweet and saying, so Jimmy is either lying about Delaware, Jake the Viking is lying, or Delaware lied to Jake about his hiring. We will have to wait and see. But what we don't have to wait and see for is Dogpack's response to this. He tweets out the email with the caption, a 3-month investigation is only 2 pages. Care to elaborate on how you didn't know you hired a registered sex offender? Care to elaborate on the several isolated incidents of workplace harassment and misconduct? Another creator who's been at the forefront of calling out MrBeast is Rosanna Pizzino, who reacts to the news by tweeting out,
he can't read anything. He doesn't know how these words are said. Pansino.
Investigation leads to a new CEO and finds workplace harassment and misconduct, as well as multiple firings. I think it might be time for a bigger investigation. Turner, who you might remember as the MrBeast editor who attempted to call him out 5 years ago, responds to Rosanna by sharing a screenshot of his video and saying, I wish someone called this years ago, skull emoji. He also makes a couple quote tweets about this, like this one where he says, bullying in the workspace? Wish someone said this years ago, laughing my ass off. Fuck y'all! Was the prostitute—
Oh, brother. He's trying to put some expression to his reading. Trying to do some acting for us. Trying to do some bits. Oh, no.
I wish someone called this years ago, skull emoji. He also makes a couple quote tweets about this, like this one where he says, bullying in the workspace? Wish someone said this years ago, laughing my ass off. Fuck y'all! Was the prostitute I had to give money for part of the investigation? How about the lolly cartoon child porn everyone loved? The gunshot that made me lose my hearing temporarily? The workplace bullying even used slurs. and called me the R slur every day? No?
Bobby takes the R slur very seriously. Oh my god, look at this old rat, dude.
Shot that made me lose my hearing temporarily. The workplace bullying even used slurs and called me the R slur every day? No? Gotcha! Dextero also tweets about this, which has a few new Twitter reactions under it, like this one from Gekoft, who says, so basically, MrBeast doesn't want to take the blame for workplace harassment and misconduct, so he tries to blame it on his employees. Bronx Hawk says, he should do an investigation into his crypto scams. And that's about it for the reaction so far to the results of the internal investigation with MrBeast. Pretty much the same result as the OTK one. We investigated ourselves. We're innocent type of thing, but at least certain things in the company are getting addressed, which will probably make it a much better place to work at for the people who still currently work at MrBeast and will in the future. Like, let's be honest, MrBeast is too big to fail. Even with all this backlash, he's still getting a bunch of views on YouTube. He will always need employees, even when his reputation isn't the best. So hopefully those employees have a better work environment now due to all of this happening. Of course, it should have been that way from the offset, but at least there's that. As for MrBeast and everybody else, you guys can be the judge of them in the comment section below. I would love to hear what you guys have to say about this whole ordeal. If you don't want to miss more videos, don't forget to subscribe with notifications on.
Well, that was fucking terrible. That was... I mean, I always hated Twitterverses anyway, but he's made it worse. Connor needs to get his video out, though. Connor needs to cut this off in the algorithm quick. Tips to run VTech USA. Own you little bro. You need to eat more to get on their level. Not gonna lie, the face cam ain't it. Don't ever use a face cam again, you With face cam, we can see your edit cuts looking like a talking head, like an old RPG NPC with canned animations. No more face cam, babe. Welcome back. Let me give you constructive criticism of this video. I love the new format where you actually appear on screen and post the tweets from a green screen. As far as the results of the investigation goes, the results are exactly what they should have been. By the way, this time we released the... Okay. Overweight. You need to either get in the gym or get out of the gym. I can't even tell. I heard MrBeast sells mold to kids. Who would have thought if you give large amounts of money and responsibility to idiot kids? Oh, okay. Cool. Little Bobs. Face cam ew. Face cam ain't it. Looks like he loves Steven Universe. Thank God you're still alive, Bowblax. What? What? I have to cut this person's mind open. I have to see inside their head. I have to see a brain scan now. I have to understand what's going on. Wow. Sorry, just coughing. Wow. Shocking stuff. I mean, that's all. That's the Bowblax content, guys. That's it. That's the Bowblax content.